Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight on the news, the aftermath of the sexual assault allegations against Charles Herbster. We hear from him and one of his alleged victims.
Plus, supporting our military families and what the color purple has to do with it.
But first tonight, fears of Russian retaliation rising. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this Friday evening. High alert across Ukraine today. The capital of Kyiv bracing for a new wave of deadly attacks.
Following the sinking of Russia's most prized warship in the Black Sea, ABC's Justin Finch is in Washington tracking the latest developments.
Fears of Russian retaliation rising after its largest warship in the Black Sea, the Moskva, sank Thursday. Today, senior U.S. defense officials announcing they now believe 2 Ukrainian Neptune missiles struck the Moskva, confirming Ukraine's initial claims and countering Russian claims of an accidental onboard ammunition fire. No word on the number of injured or killed Russian crew when that ship sank. State Department spokesman Ned Price declining direct comment on reports of Russia threatening consequences to the U.S. for its military support of Ukraine today on CNN.
Nothing will dissuade us from the strategy that we've embarked on.
The U.S. has already begun shipping off $800 million in weapons and heavy artillery. In Mariupol, an historic city center is now in ruin, barely hanging on after weeks of bombardment and siege.
We came to see our daughter, and the bombing started.
Across Ukraine, several humanitarian corridors now open again, allowing safe escape for civilians. The U.S. ambassador to Poland says the neighboring nation has welcomed millions of refugees.
Poland is close. It's proximate to where these refugees want to go. They want to go home. They want to go home and rebuild broken Ukraine.
The CIA director warning of Russian escalation and not ruling out the use of nuclear weapons, though he says the U.S. has not seen much practical evidence such a move will happen anytime soon. In Washington, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
And speaking of refugees and immigrants, the city of Lincoln recently released a welcoming and belonging plan.
It focuses on the impact that new Americans will continue to make in our area and how we can help them succeed.
Lincoln has been a welcoming community for immigrants and refugees going back over 4 decades. We've been officially designated a welcoming community, and this new plan is really the next stage of our efforts to be able to welcome new Americans and also to help them assimilate and find job opportunities that help grow our economy. They certainly are making major contributions to our cultural vibrancy, and so this new plan is the product of efforts, collaboration from the city and the county and our nonprofit community, and it's a way of helping to not only make that welcome warm, but help people feel a sense of belonging and find a way to contribute to the local economy. We want that for everyone in our community, and certainly our employers want that too. So this is an opportunity as we look to welcome potentially Ukrainian refugees in the future and the Afghan evacuees who've been assimilating into our community.
The mayor says having this plan laid out is important as it's a clear definition of our community's values and will help new residents who are highly skilled get connected with the resources they need to put those skills to good use. And like you heard her mention, we did ask if any Ukrainian refugees would be coming to Lincoln. The mayor says she's reached out to the White House for information, but no specifics or numbers yet, but she does expect to welcome some in the future. Still a lot of talk today about serious allegations against gubernatorial candidate Charles Herbster.
Republican State Senator Julie Slama and 7 other women claim Herbster touched them inappropriately from 2017 to this year. Last night, Slama and Herbster both spoke on KFAB radio in Omaha.
I felt a hand reach up my skirt, up my dress, and the hand was Charles Herbster's. I was in shock. I was mortified. It's one of the most traumatizing things I've ever been through.
I absolutely 100% deny all the accusations that were in the article. I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm not going to let this deter me. I have nothing to hide.
Now, all of this comes after that bombshell report by the Nebraska Examiner yesterday. All female state senators signed a statement saying Herbster is unfit to serve. Governor Ricketts, former Governor Kay Orr, as well as fellow Republican candidates for governor have all come out condemning the alleged assaults. Meanwhile, Senator Slama is responding to a former Omaha mayor who many are blasting on social media right now.
Hal Dobbs suggested asking the senator what she was wearing the night Slama accuses Herbster of reaching up her skirt. The senator posted this image to Twitter, adding that this is what she was wearing the night she was sexually assaulted. Dobbs didn't stop there, though. The Nebraska Examiner says he also asked if Slama was nude and wants to put her on the witness stand. The mayor even went on to call the entire story a hit job pushed by Governor Ricketts. So what happens next? You heard Herbster say he has no intentions of dropping out of the race.
He also called the report libelous fake news and said he'll be suing to defend his name and reputation. We talked to a UNL professor to get his take on all of this.
The nature of a countersuit by Mr. Herbster would be defamation. And so if he could show that these were not truthful allegations and that they harmed his reputation, would be easy to establish.
Coming up tonight at 6 o'clock, we're going to have much more on what charges Herbster could face if found guilty of these allegations. All right, on to other news now. Did you know today is Purple Up Day?
It's a day to recognize military children and the challenges they often face. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez joins us now with more. Ariana?
Yes, you're right, Rod and Megan. Families with active duty military members often have to move around a lot or deal with a parent being deployed away from the family. Purple Star schools do their best to help those families.
Schools put policies and practices in place to make military families feel more welcome, their children, so that way when a family relocates, then there's still schools that put some emphasis on that.
Well, the Nebraska State Board of Education recognized April 15th as Purple Up for Military Kids Day. And what they're doing is they're encouraging all students, educators, and the general public to wear purple in support of military-connected children. Maybe go on social media and share purple and just kind of say thank you to families who are in the military.
Many schools may be helping these families already, but have not signed up to be a Purple Star school as they may not have heard of it yet. Right now, there are 7 school districts in the state that are, and Lincoln does not have any. Tonight at 6, hear from an active duty family about how important it is for them to be a part of a Purple Star school, also how special it is to celebrate Purple Up Day and recognize the sacrifices many families are making.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the rest of your story, Ariana. Thank you. Now to Sarpy County, where right now the sheriff's office is searching for a young teen who's been missing for 2 days.
She's 14-year-old Leah Dawn Blackbird. She disappeared on Wednesday night wearing a white sweatshirt and black sweatpants. The sheriff's office says she has medical conditions that require her to take medication, so they really want to find her. If you see her, know of her whereabouts, call police right away. A special dedication ceremony is set to honor the young child of Husker athletes taken way too soon.
Mike and Megan Mowdy lost their son Ace when he was just 19 months old. Now the playground at Bolin Stadium will share the toddler's name. Ace's place is going to be dedicated tomorrow afternoon at 12:15. After devoting themselves to finding out exactly what happened, Ace's parents found that Mike has a genetic variant to a rare heart condition. The former Husker football player's new son, Jace, is now on medication to treat that condition, which typically doesn't carry into childhood. Today, Husker softball, along with the baseball teams, are commemorating Jackie Robinson Day in the MLB.
They're honoring a pair of Nebraska greats. Baseball paid tribute to Sean Buchanan, who threw out the first pitch at 2 o'clock this afternoon between the Huskers and BYU. He played for the Huskers in the late 80s and early 90s and holds the school record for triples. Nebraska softball has former All-American Peaches James throw out the first pitch of today's series opener against Minnesota. That started a few minutes ago at 5 o'clock. She also wore the number 42, the same as Jackie Robinson. That number is currently retired by Nebraska softball.
And both teams have pretty nice weather for the games today. And John, there aren't gusts of 45 miles an hour, but it is a little chilly.
It is chilly outside for sure. Temperatures are only in the low 50s this afternoon. We saw some sunshine earlier on today and mid to high level clouds moving in overhead. We're running about 10 degrees cooler than this time yesterday afternoon, where the temperature now is 49 degrees. It's again after reaching a high of 53 this afternoon. It's only 51 degrees in Beatrice, 52 in Hebron, and only upper 40s out towards the Tri-Cities, with the exception being out towards Hastings. Visible satellite imagery showing you the clouds that we've got currently overhead, at least over Lincoln and Crete and Seward. Look back to the west and we've got clear skies out towards the Tri-Cities, and we'll widen the view out even more, and you can see for the southern half of the state we've got clear skies, and we will deal with clear skies as we go through the overnight tonight, and that's going to set us up for a cold morning tomorrow. Now, we are watching a weather system that's just off the coast of California. You see a little dip there in the white lines, just looking at the direction of the jet stream winds. Well, that's coming our direction very quickly and will bring us a chance for some rain before the weekend is over. For the rest of this evening, 51 degrees by 6, 46 by 8. Notice the sky is clearing out. 40 degrees by 10 o'clock. We've got a cold morning coming our way for tomorrow and a below normal weekend coming our way as well. We'll take a closer look at that in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
We'll talk to you soon, John. Thank you. You know, right now, many are suffering from seasonal allergies. Is there anything we can do about them, or are they just something we have to accept?
The answer is somewhere in between, and you're going, thanks, Rod, for that. But we did speak with a doctor to help you deal with those pesky allergy symptoms.
There's no easy way to cure allergies. When you're in a place like Nebraska or the Plains, there's just a lot of allergens in the air all the time. So partially, you do have to live with it.
Allergy treatments range from pills and nasal sprays as conservative treatments all the way to allergy testing and therapy for more intensive care. Dr. Aaron Robinson says that if you find something that works for you, it's important to stick with it.
Honestly, consistency is the key. If you're going to start a treatment like an allergy pill or an allergy nasal spray, consistency is the most important thing. If you use it for a day or two and then quit, or use it only as needed, the effectiveness of that is going to be very low.
Now, coming up tonight on the news at 6 o'clock, we're going to be answering some of your questions that you may have about your seasonal allergies, like why don't we develop immunity for allergies, and how exactly do traditional treatments help you battle allergy symptoms? Again, that's coming up at 6. Coming up on our news at 5, it's a touchy subject.
Tonight, another state changing their abortion laws. The details and your full forecast after the break. A restrictive abortion law.
Florida's governor signing a law that bans the procedure after 15 weeks of pregnancy. ABC's Rena Roy has the story.
Florida joining a growing list of states restricting abortion rights.
This is a decision that is between a patient and their provider, and politicians have no place in that conversation.
Governor Ron DeSantis signing a new law Thursday banning most abortions past 15 weeks.
We are here today to protect life. We are here today to defend those who can't defend themselves.
No exceptions for rape or incest.
As a personal victim of sexual assault, I know the importance of having all of my options on the table.
The only exceptions to save the pregnant woman's life or if it poses a serious risk. The law set to take effect July 1st.
We will pursue getting this stopped in any way we can.
Days ago, Oklahoma enacted a law set to take effect this summer to make performing an abortion illegal, punishable by up to 10 years in prison.
The implications for people in Oklahoma are devastating.
In Kentucky, Republican lawmakers overriding the governor's veto on a new law banning the procedure at 15 weeks and strictly regulating access to abortion pills. All of it forcing the only 2 remaining clinics in the state to stop providing abortions for now.
We have legislatures all over this country intentionally choosing to ignore what is safe for women, to ignore what women want and sometimes need for their own safety.
These bold new abortion bans are being challenged in court and will soon likely be put on hold, at least temporarily. That happened in Idaho this week and could also happen in Kentucky. Even the most conservative appeals courts blocking these measures because of 50 years of Supreme Court precedent since Roe v. Wade. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
Sunny skies this morning, and now we're starting to see skies clearing once again. Mid-afternoon, we saw a patch of clouds moving through, at least through the Lincoln area, and we can see some of the clouds here in Beatrice. But otherwise, for the most part, sun is winning out, although unfortunately the temperatures aren't winning out. They're much cooler than what we were about 24 hours ago, one day ago is what I'm trying to think of. And so far through the month, we are much below normal. Right now across Gage County, we've got temperatures sitting in the low 50s. Across Lancaster County, officially 49 at the airport. We've got 50 degrees in Firth on the south side of the county, 47 degrees at Branch Oak Lake. Right now for Lincoln, for up to this date, we're running about 2.5 degrees below normal per day. It's 49 degrees in Seward, 48 in Garland, and 47 degrees in Milford. We're up to 50 in Utica, and you head out further to the west, it's 48 in Doniphan, 49 in Grand Island, and 50 degrees coming in from Hastings right now. Here are those clouds that are moving through the area I was talking about, obscuring the sun at times, filtering it out. But you head back out towards the Tri-Cities right now, and out towards York and up towards Columbus, and we've got crystal clear blue skies. And that's the case as you go further back west into the state. So generally the southern half of the state, excluding Lincoln and eastward, is all clear right now, and we will see clear skies around for tonight, which is going to set us up for a very cold morning, I think. Now, as we go through the evening hours, we'll be down into the 40s by 8 o'clock, still into the 40s by 10, eventually down into the 20s by tomorrow morning. I think we dropped to 24 degrees in Lincoln, 25 in Seward, down to 23 in Columbus, 24 in Grand Island and Hastings, and only down to 28 degrees in Beatrice early tomorrow morning. Now we're going to start the day with sunshine tomorrow, but expect to see clouds rolling in as we head towards the afternoon hours. They're going to be the high clouds, so high altitude clouds obscuring the sun, so maybe looking overcast at times through the afternoon. But temperatures should be able to get back up in the 50s by afternoon. High of only 53 degrees in Lincoln, 53 in Seward, and 54 in Beatrice. And the big thing, similar to today, notice we don't have any gusts listed for tomorrow. So winds will be out of the north, shifting around to the east, 6 to 12 miles per hour. So if you've got plans to head out to the baseball game, it's an early first pitch tomorrow against BYU at 11:05 in the morning. It's going to be a chilly day for a baseball game. Only 45 degrees by noon, 50 degrees by 1 o'clock. Again, we'll have filtered sunshine as those clouds begin to move in. And if you're going to hang around for the softball game tomorrow against Minnesota, first pitch right at 1 o'clock, 50 degrees, 51 by 2, 52 degrees by 3 o'clock. Winds will be out of the north-northeast. Again, 5 to upwards of 12 miles per hour through the afternoon. Hey, also want to remind you tomorrow you can go out if you want to attend the latest storm spotter class being taught by the National Weather Service. It's here in Lincoln at the Lincoln Amateur Radio Club meeting room at 4420 Northwest 41st Street. The class lasts about 90 minutes to 2 hours. Starting at 1 o'clock, you may want to get there a few minutes early because there is some registration they're going to be doing for the class. Now, we'll skip ahead to Saturday night. We're going to keep clouds around. A weather system comes our way, and it's going to bring a chance for some showers around here for Sunday morning. So Easter egg hunts may have a few showers to deal with. I think the showers are probably out of here by noon, and by late afternoon, we'll likely see some sun popping out, and that should hopefully warm our temperatures back up into the mid-50s. Turns breezy on Monday, and then a pattern change comes our way by middle of next week. We'll see a few showers around perhaps Wednesday morning, but notice by the end of next week, we are back up into the 80s, warm and windy for Friday and Saturday, and perhaps a chance for some thunderstorms coming in for the second half of that weekend, so the 24th, and another chance for some thunderstorms by the 25th.
John, I have to tell you, it was so nice to walk outside today and not feel like I had to lean forward to try and keep my balance with 40, 50 mile an hour gusts. You know?
It was nice to not be dealing with winds. Now, they're going to come back next week, but with them also, we're going to have the warmer temperatures coming as well.
You're give and take. There you go.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, John. We'll be right back.
Tonight, with more powerful weapons now being sent to Ukraine.
Finally tonight, just in time for the Easter holiday, a miraculous discovery of centuries-old treasures unearthed beneath the majestic Cathedral of Notre Dame.
Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
It's being called extraordinary and emotional, an absolute treasure trove of centuries-old statues, sculptures, and tombs found buried beneath one of the world's most famous cathedrals, Notre Dame. The incredible discovery was made by a team from France's National Archaeological Institute who were carrying out a preventative dig ahead of construction. The amazing find includes ornate carved artwork and sculpture fragments, including a detailed head sculpture believed to be a representation of Christ. Also revealed were ancient tombs from the Middle Ages, including a sarcophagus experts say may contain the body of a high church official from as early as the 14th century. The 850-year-old cathedral was nearly destroyed by a large fire in 2019. Perhaps this amazing surprise discovery will act as a boon for those working tirelessly to restore Notre Dame to its former glory. In New York, crews are working to keep a World War II relic from becoming a buried treasure. The World War II-era naval destroyer USS The Sullivans is sinking into Lake Erie at a naval park in Buffalo. Divers identified a serious hull breach on the vessel's starboard side, and engineers are working to pump water out and minimize damage to the storied destroyer.
Nobody wanted to see this happen, and we're not going to let that ship sink on my watch.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Let's get one final check of the weather from you tonight, John.
Yeah, skies, the clouds that we have right now will be clearing as we go through the evening, and that's going to allow the temperatures to start to drop. Now, we'll be down to 40 degrees by 10 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, we'll see temperatures down into the mid-20s. It will be a cold start to the day, and it's going to be a little cold as we go through the morning as well. Some filtered sunshine by tomorrow afternoon, temperatures back in the low 50s. We're still tracking a chance for some showers on Easter.
All right, thank you so much, John, and thank you for joining us.
World News Tonight with David Muir is up next, and then we'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen